Thank you, Harry. Uh,
Asante.
we're talking about the compassionate nature that we all have access to. Phillips, you let me know when you want to translate.
Yeah, yeah, you will be speaking then I translate. So anasema saa hii tuko tunataka ongelea kwa namna gani, jinsi nilikuwa nawaambia mtu iko anateseka, na huko unaona unaweza msaidia. Anasema hiyo ni kitu yenye iko kila mtu iko naye.
And that starts with realizing we are each a special spiritual being on this
Anasema
earth.
hii inaanza na inaonyesha kama saa zingine tunakuwa katembea na Mungu na Mungu anatusaidia.
Each of us is part of it, even the little child. All of us are part of it
Anasema si
together.
wote. Kwa hiyo
So we're each on our own evolution to find this wisdom in ourselves again, because we tend to lose it because of life. We often lose it, and then the whole object of life is to find it again, is to rediscover it, and live in it.
so anasema hata saa zingine tunaweza poteza lenye tunapoteza, lakini kujua saa zingine tunaweza rudisha.
So I made a few notes. Um, I think maybe the first thing, compassion, if we're talking about compassion, which is understanding, which is love, it's recognizing our oneness, the feeling of love between, the fact that it's all love.
So
And
anasema kama tuko tunataka ongea kwa hii namna gani mtu anaweza jisikia na namna anaweza kusaidia mtu mwingine, tuangalie sana sana umoja, na upendo ndio cha muhimu sana.
so when we start realizing this, that love is such an important thing that we haven't realized for a long time, because we get so serious and we get caught up, and we are trying to prove ourselves and so forth. When we realize that love is the main thing, then we keep our minds quieter, and we stop trying so hard in life.
Sasa kama tunaanza jua upendo ni kitu ya muhimu, ndio naweza tuonyesha kama inaweza fungua kila kitu.
And this the feeling is the thing that will guide us. When we have the feeling of understanding and compassion for other people, even when they're very caught up, we know they can find their way back too. They have it as well, because we are all it.
Wanasema kama tuko na kujisikia, unaona mtu mwingine yuko anateseka, lakini unakuwa na namna gani unajisikia, hiyo ndio inakuletea na wewe jinsi unajisikia, na ndio ungependa atoke kwa hiyo hali mbaya.
And we learn to leave the old thinking behind, the old thinking about the past, about what was, and what the mistakes we made, and the things that were done to us, and that we did. We forget all of that. We don't want that anymore. We want to live in love.
Na hiyo inatuletea saa zingine tusikuwe tunarudisha vile vyenye vya zamani, vile saa zingine ndio vinatuletea shida. Kama huko mja zamani, sasa huko unajisikia mbaya, utaona mwenye iko anajisikia mbaya, lakini kama huko unajisikia mzuri, unaweza angalia, huyu mtu aliko mzuri.
And we realize no one is perfect. No one is perfect, and it's a continuing thing. We're always learning. We're always learning, and we're always learning to live in this loving feeling, with the wisdom that comes from that. The wisdom comes from the loving feeling more than anything, keeping that in your life.
So anasema hakuna mtu mwenye anakuwaka pale anasema yeye anawezaka kila kitu tuko kujifunza hapa mdunia, tuko kujifunza najua akili ni nini, inaweza tuletea namna gani. Tunasema tunapaswa jua upendo, na kama mtu hawezi kuwa anamaliza kila kitu so kusaidia mwingine ni cha muhimu.
And we still make mistakes, no one is perfect, so we don't look for perfection. So we stop trying so hard in life, and we let things, we keep trying to, keep our lives simple, live in this feeling of kindness. uh, uh, don't judge ourselves, don't judge other people. Uh, we 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 just live in this quiet, simple, beautiful feeling as much as we can, but we don't expect perfection in ourselves or in other people. And it takes all the pressure off.
So
Yeah.
anasema wenye tunapaswa pima kufanya bintu tusitie nguvu tuanze pigana bintu tuviangalie mu njia ya teketeke ndio tuangalia jibu. Lakini kama tunaanza ona rafiki yako, unaanza ona mtu mwingine, unaanza sikia mbaya, sema hiyo ndio shida. So bintu viangalie mu njia yenye inaweza kuwa teketeke, ndio kutakuwa jibu.
And then we can, rather than controlling our children, rather than always controlling them and being angry with them and being too forceful with our children, we can enjoy them. We can let them feel their spirit. Let them have a bit of their own feeling, their own way, with guidance. So, yeah.
Anasema kama hata mtu uko na watoto unapaswa ongea namna gani mnapaswa jisikia. Kama unaanza sema huyu mtoto mimi nitakupiga nyumbani, hakutakuwa uhuru utakuwa mashida kila siku. Hata huko mzazi unaweza waongoza, lakini kuwe njia ya mzuri yenye inaweza leta upendo.
One thing I know from personal experience is that judgment never helps, that it only hurts. So everybody, we don't want to be living in a state of judgment. It only hurts.
So anasema mtu kwa pale unaanza kujitia mbintu judgment inaita namna gani maamuzi kusema mimi hii naweza ifanya hii imenishinda, nasema hiyo haiwezi saidia.
We want to lift each other up, live in our own feeling, and help others live in that feeling, and lift each other, help each other more. Even the feeling of, even if you have no communication with someone, you feel love and compassion and non-judgment. Taking away the judgment is a big thing, and we're not wanting that quality of thinking is not helpful.
Anasema sio mzuri kwanza sema huyu amefanya hivi, mimi niko mzuri, huyu ni mbaya. Tuko hapa kuangalia mwenye yuko chini unapaswa mtia yuru, unaweza saidia mfanye nini, msaidie.
And it's really, anyway, I should stop looking at my notes.
One of the things, Mark, I have noticed is with compassion, you listen more to the other person. And I think you're alluding to that. You're more in the now, you're with compassion. I never realized that compassion and listening are connected together.
Yeah. Being in quiet.
Unaanza muongesha kusema saa zingine kama mtu yuko anaongea yenye anaongea kama ni vya mzuri, ukisi na unaanza jisikia mzuri.
because really we are connected to pure consciousness. You know, we are all connected to pure consciousness through our souls, and that purity is what we're looking for. That pure state. You know, we'll never get completely pure, but we're looking to quieten ourselves down, quieten our minds down, keep our lives more simple, live in a state of kindness and gentleness and understanding and patience and all of these good things.
So anasema tuko hapa kuangalia namna gani kuelewa kwetu kuko namna gani tuko hapa kuangalia kama mkichwa mawazo yetu muko fujo tupunguze hiyo fujo na tujue namna gani maisha yetu yanapaswa endelea njia ya teketeke hakuna kufanya vitu nguvu.
Yeah, we're just learning. The good thing about the three principles is it's teaching us that our gift of thought, our power of thought, each of us, is also our link to the divine consciousness, you know, is also our link to our deepest, truest self. Our true selves is this pure consciousness that can guide us in life.
So anasema sana sana kwa hii mafundisho iko natuonyesha zawadi ya mawazo, zawadi ya kuelewa mtu kujua niko naelewa namna gani. Hii mawazo yenye niko nayo ni mbaya, kama naendelesha ni mbaya, napaswa badilisha.
And we are being guided. The God, Mungu, the divine intelligence, the divine spiritual energy is giving us life and is guiding us through the superconscious, you know, through the divine conscious state that we are. The divine energy is guiding us. We wouldn't be here without that. It's true.
So, anasema na hiyo inatuongoza namna gani tunapaswa iishi hiyo inatuongoza kuangalia tuko namna gani tunapaswa ishi namna gani kuona tunaweza maisha.
And one more thing, I think it's very important to want to realize that all we want really is to be ordinary. Each of us, there's nothing to prove. There's nothing to prove. There really isn't anything outside consciousness. There's nothing to prove and nothing to worry about. We have peace of mind within us, and by recognizing that in ourselves, that's all we want, is to live a happy life and enjoy our life. And the same with other people. We help them relax and just be ordinary and not expect people to prove themselves or to don't have so many expectations and be ordinary. Yeah.
Anasema tunapaswa angalia namna gani kama mimi niko hapa sema huyu ni Antonia huyu ni Kirema angalia kama ni wewe usiangalie kuko mtu mwingine mwenye atakuja kuangalia Kirema anamu anampakara tuseme dhahabu sasa Kirema anakuwa Kirema mwingine wa mzuri. Angalia kama huko Kirema njoo ule Kirema ndio tumekuwa naongea hapo kule maisha yenye
and patience, you know. We need to stop with all the negative thinking, the memories and the judgment and the anger and the regret. All of these things are just created by our personal thinking. All of these thoughts. We want to quieten down, each of us, live in this feeling of love and patience and evolve, you know.
Anasema uvumilivu kuwe na uvumilivu na tujue hiyo mawazo mabaya yenye nakuwa inakuja ndio inaleta shida. So tujishushe, vile ambaye vitoke, akili yetu kuwe mzuri, hakuna uchafu, ndio tutajisikia mzuri.
Okay, great. So Mark was emphasizing to be spiritual and to be ordinary, living in the now. That is the state of compassion that naturally happens when you are in harmony with the forces of life.
Right
So,
on.
niko nasema ninameongea hapo sana ni kuona tufatane na Mungu na ujue uko wewe, lakini pamoja na Mungu naweza.
Thank you, Mark. That was very beautiful.